and now I'm at a position where weed makes me vibrate lower, which is amazing. It really, like, I cried so much because of just that thought. Like, just that thought that I've grown and healed so much pain, that weed brings me down. Okay, I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I'll tell you guys what happened to me today. For the past few months, I have felt kind of like weed has been holding me back, and I had this, I don't know if you guys probably can see it in my last videos, I had like a bunch of papers here and that had some of my goals on them. One of the papers had negative 90% weed consumption, and it had and then the way that I was doing it was by prices. So like, I spent X, Y, and Z money on weed a month. I want to reduce this by 90%, so I'm only going to spend this much. Try to figure out like how much I could smoke a day, and it literally did not work. Like, I didn't reduce my weed consumption. I didn't pay attention to shit that was like on that paper, and I was smoking just as much as like I wanted to. And actually, like, smoking has kind of always been an insecurity for me. Not always. I actually took a lot of, like, I actually thought smoking was cool growing up and all of that, but one of the reasons that my boyfriend in college broke up with me was because I smoked too much, and he didn't want that around in his life. You know, he wanted to get his shit together, and me smoking all the time was just not part of it. Reflecting, I realized like how awesome of a boundary that was for him to set, and I respect that. And whatever, so I have gone through phases where, you know, I'm like, I want to quit smoking weed, and like, this is how I'm gonna do it. I did this once in 2018, you know, I posted a bunch of journal posts about it. People responded, and they were like telling me like, you got this and all this shit, and I did it for like a month. It was brutal. The first 2 weeks were absolutely brutal, and I lost so much weight from not eating. And after those 2 weeks, it was easier for me, for sure. I remember it being easier. And then I think I just started smoking again because I was like, fuck it. When I got into my most recent relationship, he didn't I don't think he judged. I mean, he definitely judged me, but never to my face. And actually, like, we had a conversation about it where I was like, yeah, like, I smoke weed because I have a lot of anxiety, and like, this isn't how I want to be forever, but like, for now, like, this is what I need. And he was like hella extremely like accepting of that. Like, sometimes I felt like I was bothering him by being high and by smoking, and I always carried that guilt, which Aaron Doughty actually just like mentioned in one of his videos. I always carried that guilt, and I kind of always try to defend myself in my head, just be like, it's fine, like, it's weed, it's a plant, all that. But I do think that, like, energetically, it made me less, you know, it made me less talkative, and I was so okay with that. I was so okay with being so chill and not, you know, like, staying in my head and whatever. And like, I had a boyfriend that was like accepting it too, and like, it was so chill. So I wanted to reduce my weed consumption, and I couldn't do it. There was a lot of things happening that were hella stressful. One, I was ending my relationship. I was starting business ventures. I had so many people in and out of my apartment for the longest time. I was very, very stressed these past few months. However, I was smoking through it, and it did fucking help, because like, I feel so good. Like, I don't feel like any of these, like, I feel like I have been ascending these past few months, transforming into like a way better person. And I was just telling my friend Claire this, that like, I have never felt better. Like, I literally feel so fucking good, but I still have anxiety. Like, that's like something I feel like I've told myself that I'll always deal with. I just have gotten better at dealing with it. Like, I simply am just such a bad bitch that I can go every day anxious as fuck and still accomplish shit, is what I guess I'm saying. But also, I don't want this anxiety, and it makes me smoke so much weed. So whatever, I know that the universe has been telling me stop smoking, like, for the longest time. And I woke up this morning with not an intention to stop smoking, but I came across this video on my Instagram feed by Aaron Doughty, and I'm not a huge Aaron Doughty fan. Actually, like, the only reason I followed him is because Sabrina. Started following him, and he posted a video today titled like the vibrational energy of cannabis and why I quit. And I watched the entire thing, and I ended up just watching like 20 of his videos. And he just like, he said a lot of things that really resonated with me, and one of them being that, you know, on the scale of levels of consciousness, which is actually something I refer to very often, and I didn't know this, is that weed is at 350 at the level of consciousness. I know that there's one thing that's like not letting me maintain that ascension, because like I feel it when I get there and I'm vibrating high as fuck, but like how do I maintain it? Like, why aren't I staying there? Something that I also realized with weed over the past few months is like how paranoid it makes me, how many stories I make up in my head, how detailed I get. It's excruciating. Like, it's actually excruciating, the shit that I can come up with in my head to like hurt myself and confirm my traumas and my fears. And I don't fucking want that. I stopped smoking before I got into the shower, actually, because I realized that like what was supposed to be my visualization shower of goodness, or at least like wiping away shame and fear and like ugliness, was actually turning into a shower of like paranoia and like overthinking and creating stories in my head that weren't true. And so I had to stop smoking before I took a shower. And that's when I kind of started realizing like, yeah, like smoking is not going to be something that's like long term for me anymore, at least not for a while. But whatever. So after I watched that post and saw that weed was at the like level of consciousness of 350, I was like, I literally can feel love and abundance like radiating through my body. Like, and sometimes I can literally feel this so strongly, and it's true, it is when I'm at my most sober. It'll be like right in the morning when I'm sober and I just like, you know, like did a meditation, or I'm like chilling, or like I haven't had a coffee, so I'm not like, you know, trying to even myself out throughout the day, or it's happening during like a time where I haven't smoked enough. And I noticed actually that when really exciting things happening to me, I hold off on smoking for a bit until I calm down, because I don't want the weed to calm down how fucking passionate and excited I feel. And so I just like am literally realizing that I could be vibrating at 500 and above but every time I smoke, it brings me down to 350, because weed is vibrating at 350. Before, when I was vibrating at lower vibrational energies, yeah, weed was enlightening me. It was helping me get into a higher vibrational state where I can chill and let go of fear and pain. But now I'm past all of that. I'm like, at least I think I am, you know? Like, I'm getting there. I'm trying to reach these new states and trying to like maintain these vibrational energies. But weed is literally holding me back. Like, it's literally making me not maintain that dominant vibration. And that is why I am gonna try to quit weed. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna try to quit weed. For the first time in my journey of smoking and in my journey of wanting to stop smoking, for the first time, I actually feel ready. Like, I feel like I genuinely can do it. And I've always told myself the narrative, like, I'll never be able to do it. I'll go through withdrawals. They'll be terrible. Like, it sucks. And that's simply not my reality anymore. I am not this person when I'm stoned. So I don't want to smoke anymore. It's gonna be really harsh. I don't expect myself to go cold turkey. However, I do think that I've done pretty well. So basically, I went through this whole journey today after my first bong rip, and I started to sob. I literally was sobbing during the Aaron Doughty video because I was so stoned, and I just completely understood everything he was saying. That was probably like 10 in the morning. 9:30, like probably 10 in the morning, because I had a little bit of a late morning today. I had a shoot last night, but I smoked like a couple hits of a joint at 5 p.m. That's like huge for me, especially for being home all day. Okay, I just picked up weed. Haha. Obviously, you guys don't expect me to quit cold turkey. I don't think anybody expects that from me. I don't expect that from myself. My expectations do go as far as taking it day by day, and I have like the basic goal of hopefully by May 21st, like, I will be chill. That's also the day of my vacation. And I actually, when I booked this vacation, I was like, holy shit, like, does Honduras, like, is weed legal in Honduras? How am I gonna get weed there? How am I gonna smoke? Or should I take edibles? Like, all these thoughts were running through my head. And I am really happy that that's just, like, not even gonna be an issue for me anymore, because I'm gonna be sober by then. So I did pick up weed because, but I treated myself with a blunt because, like, can't resist, This is probably going to be, like, one of my last heavier smokes. I feel really confident. I don't even know how to explain to you guys, like, how I felt this morning, like, vibrating, like, out of control, because I finally realized that I healed everything inside of me to finally be able to want to quit. I always had this narrative inside my head that I smoke because I have anxiety, and, like, I have this pain inside of me that I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to heal. But I'm past that pain. Like, I don't feel that pain anymore sober. And I would consider myself sober, like, right now in this moment. I mean, I smoked earlier, but, like, it's been, like, 2 hours, and, like, I just went for a walk. Usually exercise sobers me up. I feel fucking good. Like, I don't feel the need to smoke right now, except out of habit. I'll probably in a little bit want to smoke because of anxiety, but, so like, that's just, like, it's all part of the narrative, right? So I told myself that I'm a stoner, and I smoke because I am healing myself, I'm enlightened, whatever. But since I'm so above that and I don't have that pain or feel that way anymore, it's just bringing me down. And now at this point, it's all physiological, I think, for me, physical. And I just have to battle the physical pain of not smoking and the mental boredom of not having, like, that oral fixation, or, like, that, like, what. So, like, for me, like, the thing that I love the most about smoking is, like, this kind of, like, roughness that I feel here. It kind of, like, I don't know what it is, like, trauma, definitely, but I do, like, pursue that roughness. Like, if I didn't hit the bong hard enough, I'm gonna hit it again hard enough so that I can, like, literally feel pain here. I guess that's, like, kind of masochisty. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just, like, so about, like, I feel like I'm vibrating so high that weed is just bringing me down at this point. So, we got the lower percentage THC. Hopefully I won't have as many anxious thoughts. I won't want to smoke as much. So, back then, I was using weed to vibrate higher. And now I'm at a position where weed makes me vibrate lower, which is amazing. It really, like, I cried so much because of just that thought. Like, just that thought that I've grown and healed so much pain, that weed brings me down. Like, the fact that I can say that is actually kind of exciting for me. As some, like, if you know me personally, I'm a weed enthusiast. I'm very passionate about weed. I love weed. I think it's an amazing plant. So the fact that I am saying, like, yeah, weed is making me vibrate at a lower state than I want to or can, is fucking awesome. Like, it's literally, it's sick. It's super cool. I guess I just, like, it's exciting that I'm not at that point anymore, and that it's not the tool that I need. And, like, the tool that I need is, it's meditation. And I've been doing meditation and reading and all that, and I've been doing it for a while. But for some reason, it just clicked to me today that, like, weed was, like, a huge culprit in my, it's, like, it's huge. Like, if you know me personally, my relationship with weed, like, how that this is gonna be a fucking journey for me. Right now, my bong is in the bathtub because I don't want to hit it anymore. I'm gonna force myself to roll joints so that it's a little bit more of a meditative process, and it's also just slower, less immediate, less harsh. Like, don't you ever, like, go on YouTube and you're like, how do I quit weed? And, like, these people are kind of just, like, quitting weed. And, like, what about the people that, like, are fucking struggling, like, literally getting the shakes because they haven't smoked? Like, what do you do then? Like, that's what I need to know. I'm so happy. Holy fuck. Like, I can't believe I'm finally making this choice. And I'm happy that I'm already doing YouTube so that you guys can, like, I can help myself keep accountable by wanting to be held accountable for you guys. Did that even make sense? Obviously, I know my life isn't going to be perfect after I'm sober, but I do think that it's part of my alignment. It's part of my journey to get to where I'm supposed to be. So I'm glad to be taking this step to get there. Being stoned feels comfy. Being sober is hella uncomfy. And we are here for it. We are here for the uncomfy, because what did I write down? I wrote, the unknown is where magic happens, which is what Aaron Doughty said. So I'm not taking it. That's what he said. But I think I'm gonna end the video here because I want this to be just an introduction to my weed journey, my weed quitting journey. I don't want it to be too crazy. Thank you guys for listening. Please comment what you guys think, or any tips, or if you guys are also going through something similar, let me know. Let's talk about it. We can share stories and just support each other, root each other, and just constantly remind each other this is what's has to happen. This is what's best, and we're only raising our vibrations together. So yeah, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for coming back to my channel. And yeah, actually I think I have to record my intro right now, so